Stampers, this is Trevis. Today is Pick 4 Friday. And so today for our card, I thought we could make a sympathy card for someone losing a pet. This is a difficult time for people, especially now. When you're so homebound, and also the fact that it's really hard to think of something to say when someone loses a pet other than, I've been there, I'm really sorry. But to send them a nice card is especially nice. So I'm going to use 4 items today, in addition to other things, of course. I'm going to use a couple punches. I'm going to use a marker and do some faux stitching. I'm also going to use a wink of Stella, and I'm going to use the Neutrals Designer Series paper, which comes in a 6x6 pack. So let's get started today and make our card. Okay, so the color I picked for the background for the base card is Smoky Slate, and that's folded in half. That's 5.5 by 8.5, folded in half. Set that aside, and then I have a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to use the Crackle background stamp. And this is a cling stamp that you can also get in wood. But my little trick with this is that you just don't take it out of the case. You just leave it right in the case. And I'm going to use real red ink. Just ink that up. Okay, and then you can clean it with your chamois. Super easy. You never have to take it out of the case. Okay. And then you don't want to smudge too much. You just want to tap your ink pad. Okay, so now I am going to just lay this down. Like that. And rub it. And if you get a little ink on your fingers, then you'll know that you were stamping today. Okay. And then you're going to lift that up. You get that nice image. So there's our background. Now, as I said, I'm going to use the black marker, and I'm going to do some faux stitching. And I'm going to use the fine tip. And I am just going to go around the edge just to add another little, it almost looks like you put this in the sewing machine. But to be honest, I wouldn't get my sewing machine out to do this. Sewing on cards has become pretty popular for some people, not for me. I have yet to sew on a card. I hear people doing it, and I hear people doing it on their scrapbook pages. Not for me. Okay, so I have that done. I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to use the Dog Builder punch. Okay, so the set from last year is retired, but the punch, luckily, stuck around. So I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to use our Neutrals Designer Series paper. And I'm going to use this polka dot. And I'm just going to punch out our dog. So the cool thing is you get a heart, a bonus heart. I think it's kind of funny. Even if you don't want one, you got it. Okay. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this just to get it ready. I'm just going to put like 3 dimensionals on him. Okay, so he's ready to go. I can use that heart right now. Okay, I'm also going to punch out using the matching dies that goes with the Pampered Pets set. They're called Pets, and I'm going to use this die right here. And I'm going to punch one of those out of red cardstock. And then I am just going to use one of those instead of all 3. So you could just cut that out, or I used a little circle die from the, it's going to sound funny, but the circle from this sunflower set actually works right on the center of that. So you can cut that out and you get that. We don't have a little circle punch like that anymore, so I had to get creative. Then I'm going to take my wink of Stella, and I'm just going to give that a shake to stir up that glitter. And I'm going to add some wink of Stella to this little piece of cardstock and let that dry for a second, just to add a little glimmer to the heart. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch out the circle. In a second. Wrong thing. Put that in here. I'm going to cut out this circle from the Playful Pets Designer Series paper. This paper is so cute. There is not one sheet in there that I don't just love. I think I'm going to be buying another pack of that. So I'm going to punch this out. I think my neighbor's cutting his grass. You can probably hear it. Okay. I'm going to take these little pieces out. Extra pieces that are left. Okay, it looks good. All right, so that's ready to go. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to stamp "Always in my heart, so sorry for your loss" from the Pampered Pets set. That's such an appropriate saying for this card. I'm going to use basic black. And I'm going to punch this on, I'm going to stamp this on a piece of smoky slate. Okay, good. And then I'm going to use this is one of our new lovely labels, Pick-a-Punch. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put this in. I already did one end. I'm going to put the other end in. And this is 3/4 of an inch, so you can do 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. And I've discovered that the best way to do it is to flip it over so that you can see exactly, you're getting it lined up perfectly. And you're going to get a nice little tag like that. Okay, I think we're getting close to assembling now. I'm going to bring my card base back. And I'm going to use my Stamp and Seal. And I'm going to, getting better with this, folks. I like it more every time I use it. At first I was like, oh dear. It wasn't working for me. I did put a little of our adhesive sheets on the back of this just so it would stick nicely and easily, maybe, if I can get this apart. There we go. And let's flip that around, a little paw print going the right way. Attach that. And I'm going to attach my dog. Now I'm going to attach my saying down here. I think I'm going to pop that up also. A couple dimensionals on there also. And I left a little space at the end. And the space is for this little guy. So I'm going to put a little bit more adhesive on the back of this. And I'm going to put that little paw print right here. Okay, so I did use a couple punches. I used the marker to make this faux stitching, which I think is a really cute little add-on. I used the Wink of Stella right here, and I used the Neutrals Designer Series paper. And so that's our card today, a sympathy card in case someone you know has lost a pet. Thanks for watching. Bye.